welcome to the world of neurotransmitters. My name is Nelly the Neuron, and today I will be taking you through your wonderful brain. So, what exactly are neurotransmitters? It's pretty simple. A neurotransmitter is any sort of chemical or biochemical that is released by a neuron that leads to a change of behavior in the next neuron. There are two main breakdowns of neurotransmitters. First, we have ionotropic neurotransmitters. Ionotropic neurotransmitters directly lead to opening of ion channels. This means that ions can pass through the receptor. Next, we have metabotropic neurotransmitters. Metabotropic neurotransmitters do not have channels. Instead, there is a second messenger inside the cell that gives the message of what should happen. So, this neurotransmitter has indirect actions, and its effects depend on the G protein and second messengers and effectors present in the cell. But that's not all. Within these two main categories, neurotransmitters can be further broken down. While there are many more types of neurotransmitters, for the sake of this video, we will break it down into 4 types, which are acetylcholine, amino acids, neuropeptides, and monoamines. Acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter whose primary function is to help our parasympathetic nervous system. Simply put, it helps us relax. It does a number of functions in the central nervous system and in the peripheral nervous system. It's released by most neurons in the autonomic nervous system. One way to remember the main functions of acetylcholine is remembering mom-acetylcholine. This stands for memory, attention, muscle, and arousal. Don't forget to shake what your mama gave you. Next up, we have amino acids. One example of an amino acid neurotransmitter is gamma-aminobutyric acid, more commonly known as GABA. GABA is the most common inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. What does inhibitory mean? It means GABA makes cells less likely to fire an action potential because it causes hyperpolarization in the target cells. For those of you who have seen the show Yo Gabba Gabba, you probably just wanted it to stop. That's what GABA does. It makes things stop. Finally, we have our monoamines. Monoamines tend to be metabotropic, meaning they use secondary messengers to indirectly affect the actions of neurons. The monoamines have a huge role in the nervous system and in the brain. This includes consciousness, inattention, thinking, and emotions. A lot of disorders in the nervous system are a result of abnormalities in these monoamines. Also, many drugs that people commonly take affect the monoamine neurotransmitters. An example of this is opioids. The opioids are a group within the bigger group of the peptide neurotransmitters. Endorphin is an example of an opioid. The peptide neurotransmitters play a role in many functions of the nervous system, but the opioids in particular play a big role in our perception of pain. A number of pain medications affect the opioid neurotransmitters. Next up, we have our neuropeptides. Neuropeptides are the neurotransmitters who mobilize the brain and body for action. They increase the blood pumping from the heart and increase your heart rate. You could even say they're putting a pep in your step. An example of this is neuropeptide Y, which is a neuropeptide we mammals have the most of. It contains 36 amino acids, and it is important for many of our nervous system processes, both physiological and homeostatic. Some of its many functions include regulating sleep, emotional behavior, and maintaining our core internal temperature. 2 kinds of neuropeptides are norepinephrine and epinephrine, which work together to help your body respond to dangerous fight-or-flight situations. Epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, is released into your bloodstream when you feel powerful emotions like fear and anger. Along with norepinephrine, it causes an increase in heart rate, blood pressure, muscle strength, and metabolism, helping you react to a dangerous situation. We hope this video was helpful, and with luck, you'll remember which neurotransmitter does what on your next exam. And if you don't, just come find me again, Nelly the Neuron.